Yo guys, it's your boy Dylan alongside with my dad.
Yo!
And today we're going to do something a little new. Normally when we do sports predictions, we're predicting the NFL, NHL, MLB, whatever. But today, we're going to predict some WrestleMania predictions. Something we've never done before, predicting a WWE event.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. I'm excited for night 1 and 2. I think this might be one of the best years of WrestleMania that we've ever seen. If you do not have Peacock TV, you have to get it because that's all you can watch it on.
And if you don't have Peacock, I feel very bad for you because this could be one of the biggest WrestleManias. This is WrestleMania 40, by the way. So
it is. There's a lot of there are a lot of good matches out of this, and I am excited about all this.
So we're gonna start with the women's. So we're gonna immediately kick it off with women's. We have Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Now, Rhea Ripley has been champion for about a year now.
Yeah, a year.
Since she beat Charlotte Flair in WrestleMania 39 to win the SmackDown Women's Champion. As to where Becky Lynch, she did win the Elimination Chamber this past February in Perth, Australia. So we're gonna see these two women brawl out. Who do you got for this match?
You know, I like both of them. I think, Rhea Ripley, though, is a force to be unreckoned with. I'd be scared to get in the ring with her if I had to get in there and wrestle myself. And I'm a big person. That being said, Becky Lynch has a side that nobody's ever seen. She's going to have to really get momentum out quick. She's going to have to take Rhea Ripley and take advantage of everything. And another thing you want to watch for, Rhea Ripley is part of the Judgment Day. So you got to watch out for Judgment Day antics.
She might be in terms of women for Judgment Day, she might be the leader in Judgment Day.
Yeah, I mean, she clearly takes on that role. I would say second to the Judgment Day would be Damian Priest there, and he's done a good job. And I think there's some butting heads going on there. You can see that tension. I think that's what's going to hurt. That being said, I think we walk away tonight, night 1, with the new champion, Becky Lynch.
And that's what I got. I think Nia Jax is probably going to come out and she's going to squish the wrong person, and that's probably going to be Rhea Ripley. And that ultimately results in the Becky Lynch potentially winning the new SmackDown champion for the women's side. And speaking of Judgment Day, they're next on this list, along with DIY, Awesome Truth, New Day, A-Town Down Under, and the New Catch Republic in a 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed tag team titles. This is going to be one heck of a match I think we are really going to have here. I mean, we're talking 5 other tag teams against a tag team that's been champion for a while now. Who do you got winning it? And oh, by the way, for the Judgment Day part, it's Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Senor Money in the Bank, too.
Senor Money in the Bank. When's Senor Money in the Bank going to cash in that Money in the Bank? Tonight would be his night. Or tomorrow night would be his night.
But who do you got winning this?
Look, I like it all. Judgment Day, again, has done great. They've come out with antics. I like Gargano, and I like Tommaso Ciampa. I think they've done great this year as well, too. Then we have the resurrection of the Awesome Truth. And The Miz. I like them, too, because they have a lot of guts and glory. The New Day, Kofi Kingston, experiences there. And then you have A-Town Down
whatever
Under.
they are.
And then you have New Catch Republic, which we watched them last night. And
they apparently changed their name because originally that one guy was named Butch.
And then he changed his name again, and then now he's New Catch Republic.
Yeah, he keeps changing his name.
I think he changes names more than anything, and, I'm concerned about that. That being said, if I really had to put somebody down on it, because I have not picked, I like DIY, but something makes me say the Awesome Truth is going to get it.
Judgment Day, they can't be champion forever. I
think this could be the start of the decline of the Judgment Day.
I kind of think the Judgment Day, they're basically like the Monday night version of the Bloodline.
Yeah.
But I think DIY is going to win. I think DIY is going to take the tag team title, climb up to the ladder. Because all they need to do is just climb up the ladder.
But how hard is it to climb up that ladder?
Because someone could just
knock off.
Someone could just pull you down.
It's going to be a while,
But I do think DIY is going to take the win here. for the 6-pack ladder match.
That would be my second choice.
Now, going on with another women's match. This is actually a tag team match. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, which she's done nothing, and Naomi. Naomi came back with the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill, she also came back in Royal Rumble, but she has hardly done anything. The woman who's done most of the work is Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
But Damage Control, they are just on a tirade right now. And fun fact, with part of Damage Control, I think this will also have the Kabuki Warriors, whoever the frick they are.
That's Asuka and...
Well, I know that, but by the way, speaking of which, the Kabuki Warriors, they're actually the only tag team to not defend their titles at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they are. The Kabuki Warriors don't have to do it.
So you know what? I think I'm going to go with Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi with this one.
You know, I think Damage Control has seen that peak of everything there. I think they have done a lot. Jade Cargill is iffy. I haven't really seen a lot from her, but she's supposed to be this unstoppable force that's coming through. Bianca Belair, let's face it, she's great. She has proven why she was a champion and everything of that nature. She's a clear leader, and that's really what they need out there. Naomi, she's good as well too. If I had to put something makes me say Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi will win this one.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, the Damage Control, they've just been off on a run lately, and they've been annoying Bianca Belair the most. So
yeah,
I expect some revenge in this one. Next is the Latino World Order, LWO, versus Santos Escobar. And who would have saw this coming? Dominic Mysterio is siding with Santos Escobar. And by the way, Dominic Mysterio is supposed to be part of the Judgment Day, yet he's siding with Santos Escobar. And I'm pretty sure the Judgment Day, they're probably not happy about that one. But the LWO... Rey Mysterio is officially back. Originally, it was going to be Mysterio and Dragon Lee, but unfortunately, last minute, Dragon Lee was injured, which that was last night's episode of SmackDown.
So we'll see who.
So it'll be Andrade,
yeah.
But that dude, he is going to be fighting with Rey Mysterio. He's going to be fighting against Santos and Dominic. And I have Rey Mysterio and Andrade winning this one and beating Dominic Mysterio. Because Dominic sucks. He's taking second guesses.
I do. I have guesses on here because you're not going to like my comment. You're not going to like who I'm siding with on this one. Look, I think Rey Mysterio is good. His son is trying to do whatever he's trying to do the wrong way instead of the right way of everything. And unfortunately, he's teaming with Santos Escobar, who's dirty. They have a dirty side to him. Santos has a dirty side to him. I want Rey Mysterio to win, but for some mysterious reason, I just think the momentum's out of it. And I think that this is a match that Santos Escobar and Dirty Dom shock. And they win. I really do. Something makes me say about that.
That's a interesting take. But now we have Gunther and Sami Zayn. Now, Sami Zayn, he had to basically win a 6-man gauntlet match a few weeks ago. But he was able to beat Chad Gable to advance to WrestleMania to fight Gunther, which Gunther, he's another... We have a few people on this list, on these Matt predictions, that are on a tirade, and Gunther's one of them. Gunther, he has been champion for over 600 days.
Yeah.
600 days. That's a long time. Not as long as Roman Reigns, though. But anyways, Gunther, he's just a force to be reckoned with.
He is.
But Sami Zayn, he's been on a good run recently. And
he's been losing.
Oh, yeah, he has been losing.
So there's this. How's that a good run?
I don't know.
If you want confidence momentum, but go ahead.
But if you want confidence momentum, I'm saying Sami Zayn is going to defeat Gunther.
I'm back and forth about this. Because every time Gunther slaps him, there's an ounce of energy that falls apart. And I hate to be negative Nancy over here, guys. I really do. I'd love to see Sami Zayn win. But let's cut the cake out of here. Gunther's just unstoppable. And he's got Leonardo da Vinci. Not really. He's got whatever his name, Da Vinci. Giovanni Da Vinci. He's got Ludwig Kaiser that flings his finger around like that looks like he's walking with hemorrhoids. No offense or anything of that nature. Did you? And the introduction, and Gunther looks like he's leading the style over there. He really does. I mean, he's the guy that you have to get after. So I could say Gunther retains, which is what I have some sort of feeling going. However, if Zayn's to win, I think Chad Gable comes out and helps him. I think Chad Gable, Chad Gable wants to see Gunther gone as Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, I think that's what according to his Chad Gable standpoint, I don't think he definitely does not like him.
So here's here's what I'm gonna say. Gunther retains unless Chad Gable comes out and helps Zayn.
Ooh, that's an interesting one right there.
I think the only way that Zayn wins is Gunther comes out and helps. Otherwise, Gunther retains it. That's my opinion on that.
All right, and this is going to be a heavily interesting one. Brother versus brother, twin versus twin, blood versus blood, Jay versus Jimmy Uso for a singles match at WrestleMania. Now, Jimmy Uso keeps interfering Jay Uso's matches.
Yes, he does.
There's been quite a few. And the recent match against Solo Sikoa that Jay Uso fought in, Jimmy Uso interrupted it. And as in a Continental match against Gunther, Jimmy interrupted it. And a tag team match with Cody Rhodes, which originally actually did have titles, tag team titles, Jimmy Uso interfered. And then at the Tribal Combat Undisputed title match at SummerSlam in 2023, Jimmy interfered and costed Jey Uso a potential opportunity to be Universal Champion. You know what? After all those bad times, I'm saying Jey Uso gets right back at him.
This is a good matchup. I think Jimmy's just crazy. I think Jey Uso showing the direction he's going, he has that potential. I think you know what? Wrestling is interesting again simply because you have Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn that all help within Jey Uso. And Jey Uso has turned himself around. He wants out of that, going from there. Now, Jimmy thinks for some reason that he is in the bloodline. I don't think he's in the bloodline. I think he's being used. Because last night, here was a key thing, was...
Solo didn't come out to help.
Solo doesn't come out to help.
Roman didn't come out.
Roman doesn't come out to help. The Rock doesn't come out to help. And, I think one of the things of everything, it's a lot of concern. So I think not only does Jey Uso win, I think this is a thing that that starts to show Jimmy Uso turns the table, and this might be the end of the bloodline and start further damage against the people in the bloodline.
That's an interesting take. All right, now this is the main event for night one because we're also going to do night two. The Rock, who would have saw that coming? The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Now, there are some implications for this match right here. If Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins win, no bloodline interferes, which I'm laughing about that. And what I mean by no bloodline interferes is for the main event match for the Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes match for the Undisputed title, no bloodline member will interfere. But if The Rock and Roman Reigns win, well, we're going to have some problems here because the bloodline can interfere basically whenever they want to.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a pretty tough and decisive match right here.
It is.
But I think Cody and Seth are going to pull it out.
Yeah, it's a good match. It's a good match. We saw The Rock beat Cody Rhodes up a couple weeks ago on, was it Monday Night? Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night
and
Raw.
Cody's a fast healer. As you can see, all of the stuff is gone, the bruises and everything and all that. But, the Rock is heavily interested in this. Seth Rollins is very interested in it. I think we have, again, I think we have these things here. I'm not so bent on Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns looks after himself. And, yeah, it's great. Some people would say, what the heck is The Rock doing back? What is in it for him? My thing, yeah, he's helping blood, he says here. It's kind of interesting. However, I think there's more surprises that come out to this. I have no doubt in my mind that Solo Sikoa is going to try to come out and do something.
Or have something that Jey Uso might come back out and he could do something.
You mean Jimmy?
Or no, Jey attacking the bloodline.
Jey could. Jimmy could come out, possibly, and, help. It really depends. I said boldly in the one before, I think Jimmy finally comes to his senses and says, hey, where was the bloodline for me? But, anything's there. He could still think whatever. However, there's something that caught my eye a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We saw a trailer for Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think we might be seeing Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out tonight as a surprise in neutralizing The Rock. And, I just found that intriguing. A couple weekends ago, when they were fighting outside, there was that trailer for Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think there's implications there. I like this match all the way around. I think after heavily everything, Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins win this.
That, and if they do win it, like I said, if they do win that match, no bloodline for the Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes main event for night 2. But going on to night 2, we have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits going against whoever the Final Testament team is, which they keep tormenting the Street Profits in them. But I think, I think Bobby Lashley and them, they are going to win against the Final Testament. I think it's time. Like I said, I think this is a WrestleMania that I think it's time to see some revenge.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, they're really good. I think they work really, really good together. I kind of like the energy that comes out of the Street Profits compared to the Final Testament. I like the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley in this one.
That's your pick?
Yep.
And also, by the way, it's a Philadelphia street fight with Jalen Hurts, by the way. So, okay, exclude the Jalen Hurts part. He sucks. Next, we're going to go with LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Yeah!
Both of these men, we're fighting against each other and against Roman Reigns and against Randy Orton in a fatal 4-way back in January for the Undisputed title, which, of course, who won it? It's obvious. But LA Knight, and ever since then, LA Knight and AJ Styles, they have just been getting into each other, and now we're going to see them fight at WrestleMania 40. I want to see LA Knight win this. What's your take?
I like both. I really do. AJ, since he's come back, he's lost his marbles, which might be a bad thing for LA Knight here. They're both about the same age group and everything, and I think they both meet up qualification-wise versus each other pretty comparable. I just think AJ Styles outlasts on this one.
Mm-hmm. Next, it's Logan Paul versus KO, Kevin Owens, versus the Viper, Randy Orton.
Daddy's back.
And this is for the United States title, WWE United States title. Logan Paul, he's just been getting cocky. He keeps using those brass knuckles to punch people and then retain the retain that United States title. But Kevin Owens almost won the title at Royal Rumble, but the ref caught him
with the brass knuckles.
with the brass knuckles,
Yeah.
and that ultimately resulted in Logan Paul retaining. You know, Logan Paul kind of reminds me of the United States champion version of Roman Reigns
He does.
because he doesn't fight a lot. The only
his
times
contract.
the only times he really fights is when he's trying to retain his title. And
Right.
you know what? I think it's gonna come back to bite him. I don't want to see Logan Paul win it. I don't want to see KO win it. I want to see Randy Orton win it.
Wow, you want to see the St. Louis native?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah, yeah. You know, I like Kevin Owens. I like Randy Orton. Logan Paul, he's just a trash talker, I think. You know, how he got the title, to my honest opinion, is luck. And I know, you know, he's all happy because he's partnering with WWE and everything. His prime drink is now partnering with them, and you know, so it's one of those things of you know. And here's the thing: is if he fights without brass knuckles or without people interfering, he actually doesn't do too bad. However, I hope this is a match right here that Kevin Owens sees that it's Randy Orton's to get. I hope Kevin Owens teams with Randy Orton. I like them both. I really do. I would love to see them both be able to split that title. Unfortunately, I like Randy Orton in this as well, too. I really do. I've actually, believe it or not, I've seen Randy Orton wrestle. Great wrestler, the whole 9 yards. 100%. That's why I back him 100% of the way. Go get it, Randy Orton. It's your time to become...
And Randy Orton has a lot of titles on his
He
name.
does.
And you know, not tonight. Tomorrow night could be a night where he could get another on his name.
Yeah.
Next, we're gonna get another girls' match with Io Sky versus Bayley. Bayley won the Women's Royal Rumble back in January, but after deciding whether she wanted to fight Rhea Ripley or Io Sky, she chose her member, Io Sky. And ever since then, the Damage Control's been going after Bayley, even Io Sky. Dakota Kai was on Bayley's side for a couple weeks, but then after that, she betrayed Bayley and she just decided to side with Damage Control, which Dakota Kai will fight Bianca Belair and them later on tonight. But I do have Bayley getting this one.
Bayley made Damage Control. She taught Io Sky everything. She really did. You know, a lot of people can hold against her for how she was with Sasha Banks. You know, she was rising. She's a rising star. And she's really had everything. She has a long list of accomplishments. Io Sky was backboned by Bayley was the backbone to Io Sky getting to where she got. She put herself out there for everything so that way she could get Io Sky champion. Kabuki Warriors, the whole 9 yards of it. You know, Asuka and her didn't get along. You could kind of see it kind of fading away slowly. It was just a matter of time before it went over and everything. I think the revenge comes in, and I really hope Bayley gets this one. She deserves it a lot more than Io Sky. She's put a lot of heart and soul into it. And, I mean, as somebody who's been watching wrestling for a long time, she deserves it. I think she wins.
All right, next up, it is the World Heavyweight title. We're not down to our final match yet, but this is the second to last, according to our list. It could go into a different order if it really wanted to. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre have been getting into it for a while now.
Yeah,
and when I say a while, I mean a while.
I mean, every week he wants that championship.
Yep. And I think they did wrestle before. I believe that was at Crown Jewel when they wrestled.
They've wrestled twice for the championship, haven't they?
Yeah, they've wrestled twice. They've been just going after each other like almost every single week. Even Drew McIntyre keeps trying to go after CM Punk, and it looks like CM Punk's probably going to be calling this match too.
Yes!
That's going to be a funny one. But who I got winning this match? I got Damian Priest winning it. And I know Dad's going to be shocked on okay, you guys might be like, why did I say Damian Priest? I think this is the match that he finally cashes in. I mean, you have up to a year to cash in that Money in the Bank title. I think he's going to cash it in. He's going to get Seth, and he's going to win it. I think it's time for him to finally cash it in and actually win something for once. So that's why I went off the hook and I went with Damian Priest. I think he's going to lose the tag team titles, but I think he's going to win the World Heavyweight.
All right, so here's what I think's going to happen over here. Here's what I think's going to happen. I like what you said. I don't disagree with you. I think this is going to be a match of interestings. I think this is going to be a match of what the heck is going on here. Yes, we're going to have Damian Priest come out, and then we're going to have Leprechaun come out. If you know who Leprechaun is.
JD McDonough.
Yes, JD. JD is so bent on being in the Judgment Day that he's going to come out and he's going to doom Damian Priest. So here's what's going to happen. JD thinks he's setting Damian up for the win. However, Drew McIntyre smacks Damian Priest. Then CM Punk takes out Leprechaun, which then leaves Seth Rollins here to go through and do a blitz package, and voila, he retains in an interesting battle. JD McDonough finally gets beaten up by the Judgment Day, and we could see the end of it. But I still think Seth Rollins, even though Damian Priest is going to try to cash in, he's still not going to get it. I really do think this is the decline of the Judgment Day. I could be wrong. The Judgment Day could win everything, and they could be the powerhouse of whatever. But I think this is where we see two different... I think we see the Bloodline dissolve, and I think we see the Judgment Day slowly start dissolving here.
All right. Now with that, now it's time for the biggest match of possibly all time. Not really, though. We'll see, though. We'll see if this is a fluke, or we'll see if this is actually a match that you should grab your popcorn, maybe grab a Big Mac or two.
Grab your alcohol if you can drink over 21. Drink responsibly. Drink your soda. Drink your non-alcoholic. Make sure you call in sick to work the next day. No, I'm not responsible for that one. Because this is the night you are going to want to stay up as late as you can watching between the Tribal Chief and Bug Eyes Paul Heyman. Congratulations, Mr. Heyman, on making it to
the Hall of Fame. Yeah, good respects to you. But Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns has been champion for over 1,300 days. That's as long as I can remember. That's like back in the COVID days in 2020. While Cody Rhodes, he did... Now, while both both wrestlers fought last year in WrestleMania 39. Unfortunately, Solo Sikoa came out, hit Cody Rhodes. Then Roman Reigns came in with the spear. And then 1, 2, 3, Roman Reigns won and retained the title. A couple retains later, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes are going to fight back at WrestleMania 40 for the main event. And, you know, Cody Rhodes, he's been through some things in the process. He went through 3 fights with Brock Lesnar. He had to fight Mullet, Dominic Mysterio.
Yes.
He was a tag team partner with Jey Uso. Nice, interesting. And he won the Royal Rumble for the 2nd straight year.
Yes.
Something that doesn't happen that often. So, you know what? I think it's time for a little revenge here. I think the Bloodline, they're going to try to do the same thing like last year, but I think someone's going to come out and stop it. Who? I don't know. But I think it's to the point where Cody Rhodes could do his Crossroads move. I think they're going to get so worn out, he's going to slowly go on top of Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes wins the undisputed title.
There's lots of things that go on here. On Roman Reigns' side, we have The Rock, the Solo, Sikoa, and Jimmy Uso. Mm-hmm. On Cody Rhodes' side, I could see Steve Austin coming out. Mm-hmm. I could see Seth Rollins and Steve Austin going after The Rock, neutralizing that. Seth Rollins going after Solo. Jay going after Jimmy. That's if Jimmy still hasn't taken enough time to remember that the Bloodline is just using him. And then you have John Cena, who lobbied for WrestleMania to be Philadelphia, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be kind of ironic if he came out, but then all the way in the back, we're forgetting one person?
Steve Austin.
No.
Or
Special counsel, Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the last time he says, call Roman Reigns, guys. Because I think what's going to happen here is I think it's going to be neutralized. As long as there's really no interference to everything, I think it's a tight gap. It's going to be close. I think there's going to be, a lot of... This is going to probably be better than last year's matchup. It's about finishing that story and beginning a new story. I like how he said that
Last night.
I like this. While Seth Rollins wanted, Cody Rhodes to challenge him, I can see why Cody Rhodes went after Roman Reigns. I think we're starting to finally see. Here's the thing. We could see after this, Cody Rhodes being a champ, Seth Rollins retaining. There's the possibility that Sami Zayn, could take Intercontinental. We could see, a group. Could this be a new group alliance that's forming that now has their group of championships under that force to be reckoned with? Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, the whole 9 yards there, guys. We could be seeing a new powerful match of a group of people that could be taking over wrestling for a long time to come. Roman Reigns has done great. And I think Triple H said it best. His contract gave him that advantage. So he was able to smartly design it to where he had to wrestle and he retained being able to be champion. And, he pretty much gets to go out there and prove yay or nay to everything. However, I think that reign has to come to an end tonight. And I just think that Cody Rhodes has a little more power in there to outlast the Tribal Chief. And it has to happen at some point. What better way than tomorrow night?
Yeah, and we've seen long reigns before. I mean, the longest reign was like a 7-year reign. So for all I know, worst comes to worst, Roman Reigns could be a champion possibly through 2025, as long as I live. But Roman Reigns, yes, he's a powerful guy. He's a powerful man. But again, I just think a reign has to come to an end at some point.
At some point.
And I think this is the reign. This is the year that Roman Reigns loses that title. Or another scenario that could come out is, maybe he could retain. And maybe we could be seeing the real Rock and Roman Reigns. Possibly, worst comes to worst, farthest out, maybe SummerSlam. But I just think it ends on WrestleMania. I just think WrestleMania, it comes to an end.
And, what's really interesting is I remember The Rock making a comment that he wanted to, when he first came back, he said he wanted to go against the head of the table.
Mm-hmm.
So what if this is really a ploy
to possibly set up for them to
set up, Roman Reigns
and Rock at potentially
or to spoil that? I think that here's the thing. I do think The Rock has a better chance of beating Cody Rhodes.
But Roman Reigns,
on the other hand, is to me, I think that's a fairer match against one another and everything. So
that's really,
it's very interesting what he said about that. There's as you know, nothing's foolproof. There's always some kind of surprise that comes out, and the announcer's like, "Oh my gosh, what are they doing here, guys?" I gotta say, Michael Cole does the best announcing ever because he makes it to where you are in it. I mean, he's there. I love how they have Pat McAfee with them too, announcing. And it's great. It's wonderful. It is great. It is like listening. They put that excitement out there like they're like so shocked. Like, oh my gosh, where did he come from? He came from under the... We never knew he was there. We know he was there. and I think I'm scaring my dog now about this. But just watch it, guys. You gotta watch it. You know, it's the thrill of watching it. I call it the males. Okay, we have daytime soap operas. This is nighttime soap operas for men. So if you agree with us that this is nighttime soap operas for men, comment. Because it's like a storybook, you know that, right?
Yeah. So comment on your predictions on who
Yes.
you think is going to win WrestleMania, and or you could comment if our predictions were good enough. Comment if you think we should continue doing this, but maybe with Backlash, because again, this is something new. Normally we do other sports, but I was like, you know what? Let's
try something different.
Let's try something new. See what the feedback is. See if we want to do another. See if we want to do another one, or kind of. It is what it is, because our next sports prediction will probably be the Stanley Cup. But
Yeah.
But with that, that'll conclude for now. Otherwise, if you guys like our content, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, comment if you want to see something else. I'm trying to get up to 900 subscribers by no later than like July or whatever. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.